how to use action orientation and decision-making speed to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Let's talk about this today. As part of mental health and well-being and mindset and thinking and ideas and beliefs and thoughts, the third step in the SOAP framework process, which we are talking about today, is action. Action, meaning we have to analyze the alternatives we came up with yesterday to fill the gap between where we are and where we want to be with respect to the mental health challenge that we're working on right now, or mental well-being challenge for our organization. But I normally talk about all kinds of different ways to analyze alternatives and, things like the urine analysis, which is a really funny name, but it covers everything for me, so I love it. Pros and cons, plus and minus, decision-making tools, the 3 E's, the 3 C's, the 5 C's, whatever. There's all kinds of tools. But today, I woke up thinking about how action-oriented am I and how action-oriented is my particular business, any business that we're talking about, because I've been involved in lots of businesses. And some businesses are very, very quick to make decisions and to take action. Others take forever. It's like we're moving in slow motion. And I personally and professionally, with some things, I'm very action oriented and I'll take action right away, and I'll take action upon action upon action upon action. And it's usually because I'm very clear about where I'm going and what I want. And there's lots of different ways to be clear and focused on what it is that you want. Visualization, journaling, all kinds of tools, right? But I have a question today, and I want you to answer it honestly. When it comes to your business, just with respect to your business and growing and building it, how action-oriented are you? If you procrastinate, give yourself between a 1 and a 3, or a 1 and a 5, because that's average. We all procrastinate sometimes, depending on what the action is that we need to do, depending on how much time and energy it's going to take, depending on the resources required, et cetera, et cetera. That's why we analyze these alternatives that we came up with yesterday, or these options. And rate yourself and your organization. Rate your organization. I challenge you to rate yourself as well, because you'll find out that your action orientation tends to spill over into your business's or your company's action orientation, because you have a huge influence on it. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being you take action, you act all the time, you don't hardly ever hesitate. 1 being you procrastinate, you put it off, you don't take action. And the second part of that is, what is the usual amount of time between deciding, making a decision, and taking action? And we want to look at that because, thanks to Tony Robbins, I really speeded up my ability to, number 1, make decisions, and number 2, realize that when I make a decision, it isn't the be all and end all of life, and it's not the final decision. It's just my decision right now. I'm going to take the action. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to make another decision. We make literally probably thousands and thousands of decisions and choices every single day. So we might as well get good at it, and we might as well get fast at it. But what's the time between you deciding and taking action? Because the faster that is, the faster you find out the results of that action, and if you can do more of it or if you have to do something else. So 2 questions today. Action-oriented, scale of 1 to 10, where's your business at? And be honest, because, and look at overall, right? Because it's easy to break things apart whenever I ask a question like this. And the reason I want to ask a question and put a number to it is because then we can look at it, measure it, and improve it or change it in the direction we want to go. Maybe you're too action-oriented. Maybe you find that you guys are about a 9 or an 8, and that you're making a lot of mistakes because you're taking action so often and so fast, which is, I think there's very few industries where you can take action too fast in, because things are changing all the time, right? Maybe you'll find out and discover that. The whole purpose of this is to be doing some self-discovery and some reflecting on what's working and what's not working for our company, because that gives us a competitive advantage. Whoever gets to market first usually wins. That's statistically proven out and demonstrated time and time again. So if you got an idea and you want to test it out, get out there and test it out immediately on a small group of people. Don't wait for the competition to get the same idea and roll it out in mass, right? Because you didn't get to market first, you're not going to win necessarily. You might, but it's hard. You have to have huge competitive advantages. And the things I share with you are little things, but compounded, they make a huge difference, an incredible difference in your ability to serve the people that you're here to serve well and to grow the business that you want in the way that you want. So time between decisions and action orientation scale of 1 to 10. Any questions, hit me up and ask. I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.